It is currently around 2 a.m., April 15th, 1912. The RMS Titanic is currently on her last legs by this point. Okay, I sound like Historic Travels. Who am I kidding? The whole topic of this video is me walking around, or not walking, flying around, because I became a host in Titanic Legacy. I had to turn on my music because the last time I published a Rec Room Titanic Legacy video was because, not because, sorry, the last time I did it, I got copyright strike from some of the music in the game. So, yeah, the music is just off. All you can hear is the audio from the 1997 film. Damn it, space. Alright, collapsible D is not where it should be, but, you know, I'm not gonna lie, Titanic Legacy does get glazed a little bit too much. There's only 8 total standard lifeboats here. This is being lowered in the same fashion that collapsible D would have been lowered, even though collapsible D would have been over here. This boat would have been lifeboat 4, which was manned by Joseph Foxhall. I think one of the coolest things about it is that you can choose whether or not you want to get the collapsibles set up. And if you don't tie them down, or not, sorry, if you don't get them onto the boat deck, they both sink. This one gets crushed by the second funnel, and this one gets crushed by the first funnel. Would this happen? It's not really guaranteed, but yeah, that's what happens. For the record of historical accuracy though, I'm going to lower them onto the boat deck. Or I'm sorry, launch them, not lower them, since they've been never successfully lowered by the davits. But the last lifeboat is leaving, and the promenade is about to go underwater. Yeah, so there's not a lot of time left. Here is the crow's nest. Iceberg not right ahead, actually iceberg right aft, because I don't know, it's aft of the ship now. It's not near us anymore. Oh, they got into the lifeboat. They got in the aftmost lifeboat.
Sinking.
Hi.
Hi.
Oh, he's not
I
a
do
junior.
not like
Oh,
how
no,
the
that's
owners
fine.
made this life vest. It looks like, hello there. Yo, what's up, Goo?
What's wrong with the life vest? I mean, it ain't really high quality, but whatever. Oh yeah, I forgot the lifeboat. No, good lord. I know collapsible A was lowered first, but just ignore it. Oh, I gotta be fast about this. And then here. Yep, and there goes the boat deck. The A deck cabin is flooding. Oh, wonderful. Alright, the lifeboats are free. The Marconi room is going to go under in about a minute. Where is the Marconi? Oh, here it is. I couldn't tell if it was the final plunge because usually when the music for Near My got to the climaxes, that kind of signals that Near My got that the final plunge is here. I always say. But yeah, I didn't know because my music is off because copyright, and I'm way too lazy to edit it. Not to mention there's also some songs from Space Killer's Titanic iceberg collision scene. Goodbye to the first funnel. Excuse me. Goodbye to the grand staircase. Blah, blah. I can't see. Goodbye to the reading and writing room. Goodbye to the lounge. I had a hiccup. Whoopsie. Are they still in that lifeboat? They are.
This goes like, I can't take it anymore! Start laughing.
Let me make my presence known. These idiots, not these idiots, this one specific idiot over here kept asking if I was a creator. I said no as a host. He asked me if I was a mod, And then I
Always
said,
kill
no,
anything
I'm a
low,
host.
and it's gonna split.
And then he's like, hey, can you bring me... This was after the
I see
stern
the
of the
lights
ship
flicker.
sank. He asked me if I could get a
3,
gravity gun and put him back onto
2,
the ship. My guy, if
1.
hosts could use a gravity gun, there would have been so much abuse in this game.
3.
I called him an
2,
idiot.
1,
He said, how do you call me an idiot? I can have a ban. Host can't say
No, it
that.
hasn't split
One,
yet. That
host
was
can say
just.
Oh,
whatever
I
they
actually
want.
got perfect.
And two, you are a fucking idiot.
That was
Why?
until
Because I don't have a maker pen. I just said to you several times that I am a host. The only people who can make that are contributor plus. Alright, the Titanic is going to break apart now. There's someone near the aft grand staircase. The chances of this game ever getting 40 players online are the chances of the sun exploding in the next 1 second. The sun didn't explode, so, yeah, just shows. In fact, I can't even remember the last time this game even had its player max of 40, by the way. That doesn't happen normally. I remember the screams by heart. That doesn't sound mentally normal, but I've played this game way too much. So you might be wondering, how did I get host? Well, long story short, I gotta disable notifications. My friend Heinrich Hertz. By the way, he's named after not his actual name, but his username is after Heinrich Hertz. He, because he developed the not the Marconi, but he developed the spark gap coil that would have been used on the Marconi wireless. I'm Mr. Marconi. Together we actually made a Marconi wireless, which you can see in my portfolio. This is the Marconi. This is the unfinished version, anyway. Trying to find it. Where is it? These are my announcements. Whoopsie. Versions. Yep, this is it. This is the fully functioning and modifiable Marconi telegraph. My friend Hertz owns the model version of it, which doesn't, it doesn't have all the buttons and stuff. But, whatever. Anyways, I love how they're all the way aft over there. Anyways, so he became host in Titanic Legacy to one of the original moderators named Prince, because he was a good role player for Jack Phillips and Harold Bride. We both role play as Jack Phillips and Harold Bride. Sometimes it switches. Sometimes I'm Bride and he's Phillips. Sometimes I'm Phillips and he's Bride. But oh, I just realized there's no one alive on the ship. Yeah, he got host, and I was like, hey, cool, I want host too. So he spoke with Prince. He brought Prince here. I demonstrated my Morse code skills because I was role-playing as Phillips most of the time. He congratulated me for being a good wireless operator role player, and he gave me host.
Oh, there's copy.
In recent times, the Prince got into some drama with someone who is permanently banned from Titanic.
I like how they did that.
Nah, do it when it goes past the sunset. It's even better.
Only a handful of those still
Wait,
on
should I jump
board
to that
would
boat?
survive in the freezing water.
Nah.
Out of 2,208, the sinking of the Titanic took the lives of 1,496 passengers.
Anyways, yeah, so
officers,
Prince
and
is no
crew,
longer a mod.
leaving only
He actually got
712
mad at one of the
survivors.
co-owners, and then he
To all
cussed them
those who
out,
lost
said
their
that the
lives at
host
sea.
did more than they do. And he got demoted. He got demodded. He was banned for a week, but it got uplifted, so, whatever. It's because of this guy named Buddy. Buddy is, like, causing drama in the ship community. He got my friend Frisco banned for 76 days, but luckily I spoke to the co-owner, Henry Wild, about it, and it's been lifted, thankfully. Because one of the devs apparently sided with Buddy, despite the fact that he was permanently banned from, like, the game, which makes no sense. I'm not gonna get too big into the drama, but yeah, that's basically one of the things that happened. The ship community and Rec Room ship community is very fragile and has a lot of drama. I'm gonna kill myself real quick.
That's the Titanic. Oh, that guy fell. Oh, there he goes. Oh, Bro,
Let me
I
kill him.
always
Let me kill him.
fall.
He called the Carpathia Titanic, bro.
Brody fell. That's crazy.
But yeah, that's how I got host. If you're listening, Prince, I am sorry that you were upset, and I'm sorry that you're not a mod anymore. One time I actually joined a public server and I couldn't fly. I was worried that my host got removed. Turns out it was a bug, because I went to another public server and my host was back. No! Well, there it goes. It's gone. Forever. Why is this moving? What's going on? Oh no, that's the shadow because the sun is setting. I forgot about that. This is currently the last time Titanic will ever see daylight. Here we have the bridge. Here we have the wheelhouse. We have the officer's quarters on the starboard side. Officer's quarters, captain's quarter and officer quarter on the port side. Chart room, bathroom, mess, Marconi room with quarter and quiet room. Forgot what this room was meant to be. I'm pretty sure this is either one of the officer's quarters or first class cabin. I'm not entirely sure. Generator for the elevator. Gymnasium. Grand staircase. Grand staircase. Grand staircase. Grand staircase. Grand staircase. Grand staircase. On A deck, we have a singular cabin. The reading and writing room. The lounge. Aft grand staircase, smoking room, and I forgot what these two places were actually called. One of them allowed smoking, the other one didn't. They were eating areas, and of course I forgot the second class staircase on this, as well as the engineered skylight, the compass tower, and yeah, that's basically just about it. And then for B deck, we have the forecastle with all its loving details, including the crow's nest. Cabin 1, parlor suite, gangway area. Cabin 2, and aft grand staircase. And I forgot this room, but the wood is bugged in this room. The textures are clipping through each other, which is weird. Second class staircase. Poop deck, which is where everyone's going to be at the end of the sinking. I'm not sure why no one goes here. It's a good place to go.
It's currently 11:38 p.m. and the officers and lookouts are not aware.
All right, and then we got C deck. We have the anchor room, a stairwell that goes down to. Well, I'm pretty sure where D deck would have actually been. Some guy. I didn't expect you to be here. Whatever. Lookout area. This is how they got out to the crow's nest. Cargo hatches, blah blah blah. Cabins, actual cabins this time. I can see the light from the. I love how you can see the light from the boiler room from up here. Whatever. Oh, they're ringing the bell. Cabin, purser's office, grand staircase, aft grand staircase, and escape onto. Near the second class staircase and the aft well deck. The iceberg is in sight. Wonderful. All right. D deck. Third class open space. Reception room. This is where the galley would have been, and that's just about it. And then E deck. It's pretty obvious that this is Scotland Road. This area is in between decks as well as that area. I should probably go down to the cargo hold and the boiler room exist. Just thought I should do that before I lose the opportunity. On F deck. Where is F deck from here? I'm in the wrong area. There we go. On F deck, we have Turkish bath and pool. F deck. E deck just goes to the second class staircase. It's mainly just the Scotland Road area. Yeah, that's basically the tour. Oh, and this area as well. Yeah, there's not much. These are the only gateways. Oh, fun fact about E deck though, we have a third class cabin over here. Space Killer announced that he would no longer be working on the game. I'm not sure if the other co-owners are going to be working on it. Henry Wild is somewhat active on this game, so he'll probably be here. I'm not sure what this room was meant to be. Oh no, wait, I remember now. It's the generator for the second class staircase elevator. Second class gets one elevator. I think the actual elevators, yeah, the actual elevators on E deck. Wonderful. I mean, at least they have an actual elevator though, because the grand staircase elevator doesn't exist. It's just these holes. I love the fact that now that I'm a host and I can phase through objects, if I were to say that I'm a first class passenger and I'm like, yeah, you know, walking's for losers, I'm gonna go visit E deck real quick and, you know, do it by using the elevator. So this is A deck, B deck, C deck, D deck. E deck elevator doesn't exist because this area doesn't exist at all, but I guess assume we went here, walked around this area, went into this area, went to this area, went into wherever this is. I'm not sure what this room is actually meant to be, and then saw in the hatch for cargo hold number 3 that the entire area is just sunk underwater. This cargo hold unfortunately leads nowhere. That's unfortunate. So cargo hold 2 goes in. It goes above where the fireman's stairwell is. Whatever. The closest we can get to the first compartment is an area where the second compartment is, which is currently flooding. Cool thing, guess what? I said guess what? Why is the Morse lamp not doing anything? I think I have to wait a little bit later for that actually, I'm not sure. Yep, S O O O S S S. Lifeboat 6 is being readied. This would be the area for Lifeboat 6 and Lifeboat 8. This is technically Lifeboat 8, and this is Lifeboat 4, and this is Lifeboat 3, and this is Lifeboat 9. 15, 13, which doesn't exist, 11, no. Oh, I got the numbers wrong. I forgot number 1 was back there. I mean front there. Okay, let me try this one last time, and I hope that I do not fail at this. Also, you can launch the flares, which is cool. I'm not sure why it's not doing its job, though. Also, the flares are kind of buggy, so yeah, I'm not sure. So lifeboat 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15, and someone's on lifeboat 15. And even numbers are a lot easier for me to remember. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14? Oh no, 10 is over here. 10, 12, 14, 16. This, no, that's 16. So this is where lifeboat 14 was, and it was manned by 5th Officer Harold Lowe. The problem is that Lifeboat 14 doesn't exist, for one, because I guess the animators didn't want to waste time on 20 lifeboats, so they cut it down to just 8, I guess. But here's the thing, though. The boat that comes back to rescue the survivors in Titanic Legacy is this lifeboat, which is Lifeboat 11, which is on the starboard side, and it wasn't manned by Officer Lowe. I don't remember who actually manned it. Alright, they're launching flares again. My favorite places on the Titanic in Titanic Legacy, and I guess maybe real Titanic, would have to be in number 1, the wireless Marconi room, because, I don't know, I'm interested in radio. My name in Rec Room is literally Mr. Marconi. I like Morse code, and I love the story of Jack Phillips and Harold Bride. Number 2 goes to the Crow's Nest. As you could tell, my 2 most favorite rooms are rather isolated places, and only 2 people are in those places at a time. There was only 2 lookouts at a time on the Titanic. I'm pretty sure there was 6 or 8 lookouts. And the lookouts on duty when the Titanic hit the iceberg were Frederick Fleet and Reginald Lee. And in the wireless room, there were only 2 wireless operators, Jack Phillips and Harold Bride. So those are my 2 favorite rooms. Third favorite also only has 2 people, or I'm pretty sure 3. It's either 2 or 3, because I don't know. Chief Purser, Assistant Purser, and I guess Clerk? I'm not fully sure, like, which. But yeah, this is my 3rd favorite room. Again, kind of isolated. 4th favorite probably has to go to... The 4th favorite probably has to go to the boiler room, because it's the boiler room. It's pretty popular. 5th will probably go to the engine room, which doesn't exist here. And 6th will go to the bridge. And yes, I'm including the wheelhouse as part of the bridge. Technically, this entire section here is, by default, the bridge. It's just that the bridge is separated in between the navigation bridge and the wheelhouse. Why do you have 2 steering wheels instead of 1? Well, fun fact, Titanic did not have 2 steering wheels. They had 3 steering wheels. This is the technical steering wheel, or helm, that you would use during your transatlantic voyages. Quartermasters did not actually have to see where they were going. They just had to receive an order from one of the officers or the captain, like, I don't know, 50 degrees northwest, 16 degrees southeast, you know, stuff like that. And then, of course, the most popular commands, hard to port, hard to starboard. This is the navigation bridge, where we have the docking, or not, the pilot helm. And this time, quartermasters actually need to see where they're going, because they need to make sure that they can get out of port safely. I'm pretty sure quartermasters also may or may not be in this area during the era of World War I, though. I'm not sure. I know some ships had their quartermasters in the navigation bridge, so they could also be aware of, like, warships and subs. Of course, we have the telegraphs. They control the ship's direction. Dang it, come on, go in there. Pause. But anyways. Oh yeah, you may notice I'm voice banned right now. I got voice banned for 15 hours while I was offline. The last time I got voice banned was for 1 hour. Yeah, it was for 1 hour. Because I had said Hitler's name, because I was talking about, because some guy was like, and I was like, fun fact, did you know Hitler hated blacks? Like, he was literally, he wasn't dressed as Hitler, he was just pretending to be Hitler, but his skin was dark, and I'm like, hey, you know Hitler hated black people too, right? I guess me saying his name got me VC banned for 1 hour, even though I wasn't saying it in a discriminatory way. But after I got unbanned from voice chat, I went offline, went back online, realized my microphone was still off. I'm like, oh, does the time not work when you're offline? And then I saw I got voice banned for 15 hours, and keep in mind, I hadn't even said anything yet. In fact, my microphone was still muted on my controller. We should launch the flare. If you're wondering why I got host though, it's because I usually roleplay it as Jack Phillips and my friend Heinrich Hertz in Rec Room. He roleplays as Harold Pride. And we both do Morse code. We love wireless telegraphy. Telegraphy. And we're also interested in the ham radio service. His Morse HAL call sign, the website, by the way. His call sign is CAA77CAN, but in recent times he lost his account, so his new call sign is CA85JRK. Why is this boat not going down? Oh, okay, that's weird. Yeah, so we both got hosts because we did Morse code. I can say something in Morse code right now. Oh, my keyboard isn't connected. I should probably fix that. And yes, this keyboard is my main way for talking because, again, BC band. Right now it's 12 p.m. where I'm at. 12:42, and I have I have 5 hours until I'm free of my shackles, so it's already going to be between 6 or 5 by the time I get to talk again. Never mind, I'm wrong, it's going to be 7 by the time I'm free of my shackles. I may as well just go to sleep and then wake up tomorrow so I can get my VC back. Or maybe I'll just go to a friend's house, I'm not sure. But that was my tour, and history, and explanation, and view of being a host in Titanic Legacy. But there is one thing I would like to do before I end the video. And that's not going to be until way after the ship's rudder. I think nobody's in the game. There's like one other person in the server. Everyone left. Good lord! Oh, I'm holding on to something. I'm not sure what I'm holding on to though. I need to fly. Okay, apparently I almost fell off the stern when I was over here. Wonderful. Cool, we have the emergency lights, and we have these lights that are not emergency lights, they're just here. I don't know, for some reason. Wonderful. And we have some generators, I'm pretty sure, I'm not sure what they actually are, though. Yep, this part is gonna sink down. He's crying. Good luck, bro. We're talking to each other using emojis. I'm talking to a junior. Wonderful. Fun fact, on the aft mast, there would have been an oil lamp up here that did not go out until it came into contact with the water, and it was the last light to go out on the Titanic. Here we are. We have an emergency light, because, you know, and then the light just comes back for like no reason. They probably got to fix that. I'm not sure if they need to though. Yeah. Like my intention for the oil lantern in Titanic Legacy is that you don't even need to get the lantern. You just have to get an orange amber colored light, clamp it onto whatever part of the mast of the stern is clamped onto, and just let it sink underneath the waves, because there's no point in just removing it. It would extinguish by the time it already went underwater. I discussed the helm for the navigation and the navigation bridge in the wheelhouse, but there's also this helm. This helm is for the docking bridge, which is over here on the stern. Docking bridge. At the time of the collision, it was currently being watched over by Quartermaster George Rowe. Rowe saw the iceberg and was kind of confused, kind of went like over here and was like, what the heck? Anyways, the reason why is because Titanic is a very, very, very big ship, and steering a ship is not the same way as steering a car. On a car, you're on a road, and roads have friction for the car to steer on. So if you steer in one direction, the car entirely will go in that direction. But for ships, if you steer a ship, it will literally steer like the entire thing. So if they kept steering on the Titanic when the iceberg came,
1912. The survivors
the back of the ship would have hit the iceberg. So they have to do this thing that's like, it's kind of like orbiting, kind of. They had to swerve around the iceberg. They couldn't just steer away. They had to actually go around it, which is why Murdoch yells hard to port when the ship hits the iceberg. He didn't want the propellers to be damaged. But also, more importantly, he didn't want more compartments on the Titanic to get damaged, which was most likely his main intention. The bow is upside down in this, but that's because the entire animation, the entire model of the ship is on a singular clamp, so it's just sinking in this specific manner. I wonder, oh no. I am in the reception room. This is weird. Okay, nope, I should not move. That's a bad idea. I have a 50-50 chance of getting teleported back onto the ship because I'm not standing on it. I'm just climbing on the back. Or the floor, sorry. Oh no. No. I gotta rush down into the anchor room because the anchor room is secure. Wait, I turned off music. How is Eternal Father Strong to Save playing? Uh-oh. Alright. I have a very low chance because I'm not standing on the ship anymore. Yep, I gotta fly all the way back up. My intention was, and I forgot how low players there were, so that's kind of why, but my intention was to actually go down to the wreckage of the ship. Now, obviously, Space Coder didn't actually animate the wreckage of the Titanic. Because, one, no one is going that far, dude. It's 2,000 meters in Rec Room, which is like 1.5 miles in real life. But whatever. The main purpose is that there's a wreckage that you can go to, because at some point, while Harold Lowe is still rescuing the survivors, the Titanic stops in one specific position. It would stop in the exact same position as it would in real life, with the bow facing one direction and the stern being actually flipped around, so the end of the stern is facing the bow. It's really a sight to see the wreckage, honestly. And to mark the fact that I was even here at all, alright, there we go. I'm going to leave a nice, lovely little sticker right here. The chances of me going back into the exact same server that I was in before are really low. Someone might print a picture, someone might print 2 pictures, and if they print a 3rd one, this one will automatically despawn because Rec Room doesn't want like flooding pictures and stuff. I will put my picture in Chief Officer Wild's room. If I get lucky, I'll end up in the same server, but people are leaving and the server might be reset, so I'm not sure. But yeah, that's my time as a Titanic Legacy host. Has been half an hour long, but I can't wait to be unvoice banned. Goodbye.